Hey everyone! Welcome to The Young and the Restless. I'm Jane, and I'm so excited to have you here. If you love Young and the Restless, then you're in the right place. Make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss a video. Alright, let's dive right in. Lily receives shocking information about Damian from Victor, while Sharon and Phyllis explore new avenues. Lily alerts Devon, Phyllis and Sharon compare notes, and Sally questions Billy about Aristotle Dumas on today's episode of The Young and the Restless. Sharon sits with Phyllis on the patio of Crimson Lights. They contrast their notes about how nice it was to take a shower and change into fresh clothing. They discuss their children's relief after going through hell. According to Sharon, just because they're safe today doesn't imply that their loved ones or their own emotional suffering is over. There's a reason Nick brought us together. Phyllis asserts that Nick must make things right since that is who he is and that they ought to be examining him. For the time being, Sharon explains, they should discuss what transpired at the clinic. Who would like to begin, then? According to Phyllis, the fact that the person who did it knew them or was aware of their past is what most frightens her. It goes beyond a possible kidnapping or murder. Determine how you're going to survive with your worst enemy was the challenge. When Sharon objects, Phyllis insists that they must be genuine. Sharon concurs. There are moments when the tension, rage, and animosity between them are unbearable. Phyllis explains that they have occasionally disliked one another. Sharon is unable to disagree. She recites facts about the brain and how things work. Phyllis objects this time. According to Sharon, the feelings become a part of them and are constantly present. Phyllis inquires as to their current whereabouts. Nothing, they fled together. Are they best friends? The fact that she still harbors hatred makes her feel guilty and ashamed. I'm not supposed to feel that way anymore? Who says that we're not supposed to have them, asks Sharon. Is that reverse psychology, wonders Phyllis. She was sincere when she came there. She's being serious, Sharon says. No one else has a say in how they feel about one another anymore, this is all about them. According to Phyllis, everyone has an opinion. According to Sharon, they experienced a horrible event. It does not preclude them from returning to their previous lives and emotions. The voice was merely experimenting. We can let the hate live on, Phyllis muses. They might never learn who did this or why they were chosen, Sharon notes. She hopes it would simply disappear. Do you have a therapist's trick for that? Asks Phyllis. Sharon believes that they will have to cope with the feelings and thoughts. That's causing Phyllis some trouble. Her children are concerned for her. All I need is a vacation. When does that occur? She is aware that Sharon has had far more hardship than she has, particularly in recent years. All she wants is a moment to catch her breath. Sharon informs the redhead they're leaving after getting up. Leave now. Lily receives an update from Victor. Victor informs Lily that he conducted additional research on Damian Kane's past and his connection to Aristotle Dumas at the ranch. He observes that she is taken aback. Lily believes he has a personal goal to learn more about Damian Kane. You're a smart woman, aren't you? Victor thinks. He inquires as to whether she is still curious about the details. Lily is, she simply wants to know why he continues to investigate someone he says he has no interest in. He claims that he wants to mend the split with Nikki. Lily is certain that she does not understand the entire story. She wants to know if there is anything in this for him. Victor is eager to get right to the point. He knows something. Does she find it interesting? Lily is interested in hearing his thoughts. She is cautioned by Victor against doing business with Damian Kane. He is merely a front for Aristotle Dumas and has nothing of his own. To give Kane the impression that he owns a company, the mogul created a shell company, but in reality, he owns nothing. Why go to all that trouble? Wonders why. Victor believes that because Dumas is interested in her family's business, Winters Incorporated, he instructed Kane to infiltrate himself into the Winters family. Billy is grilled by Sally. Sally advises that Billy end Aristotle Dumas' suffering at his house. Billy is the first to want to eat. Why does his name ring familiar to her? Billy claims to be a DC-based ultra-private business tycoon. Sally gives a nod. She used to work for one of his associates. She wonders why he's phoning Billy. He inquires as to whether she doesn't believe that a multi-billionaire would communicate with him. He hints that he might be Aristotle Dumas or that he might be pursuing his credit card. He has never before mentioned this contact to Sally. Why don't you tell me how you got to know him? He is evading. I'm interested in Abbott Communications, Billy shrugs. Sally keeps asking him questions. She believed Jack gave him the money he required. According to Billy, the more money, the better. He tells her that he is still in charge. Sally believes he is behaving strangely. I feel like you aren't giving me the whole story. Billy has a tell, Sally tells him. She is aware of his appearance when he is being truthful and when he wants others to believe that he is being truthful. Before revealing his tell, she asks him to explain the billionaire's situation to her. He has nothing to be afraid of if he has nothing to hide. Billy is quite significant, but he didn't want her to learn about it in this manner. He frequently speaks with wealthy and well-known people. Sally asks him again if he will be honest. He is attempting to deceive her. Billy says he doesn't have a tell while kissing her. Billy claims that Mr. Dumas didn't call him for a particularly intriguing purpose. Sally expresses relief at that. Billy claims that a few weeks ago, he received a call from his assistant. He merely wished him luck with Abbott Communications. He assured him that he deserved the success. Dumas then gave him a call. He said that he knew Victor had cheated on him by snatching Chancellor away. In addition, he believed his mother was not treating him fairly. Billy thought it was crazy that he was on his side and knew what was happening. That must have been massive vindication, Sally thinks. According to Billy, it sure as hell was. Phyllis and Sharon inhale. Go ahead, Sharon says to Phyllis in the park, you said you needed to breathe. After doing so, Phyllis informs Sharon that she is not her worst enemy. She was never. A certain insect, who will not be identified, holds that position. And let's not even talk about Diane. Sharon claims that although her resentment of Christine is long-standing, it is more direct and intimate with her. The phrase worst enemy seems appropriate to her. The injuries are severe. Phyllis shakes her head and presses her lips together. You must adore Nick for forcing us to do this. He was the catalyst for all the hatred. Sharon believes he did it for that reason. He is beginning to feel the weight of his part in this. They have been stepmothers to each other's children and their children are half-siblings. We're one big scratchy family, jokes Phyllis. Sharon finds it tragic that while having a lot of loved ones in common, they are intolerant of one another. They debate if they ought to return to their pre-kidnapping situation. Sharon tells Phyllis that she believes their relationship may be different today. Phyllis supported her during her battle with cancer. Life is too short. They may focus their energy on their children, their jobs, or anything else that isn't as damaging. Phyllis observes that their children would enjoy that. Sharon is prepared for a less hectic and agonizing life. And allowing hate is part of that. Phyllis gives a nod. I enjoy my hatred. I hate it. Sharon is certain that she can harbor more resentment. Phyllis will never have the capacity to love everyone. Heaven forbid, says Sharon, rolling her eyes. Phyllis is prepared to move on and leave their history on the clinic floor. What are we going to do? Sharon believes that consenting to try is a smart place to start. Phyllis gives a nod. What comes next? Sharon doesn't know. They can save each other from a lunatic, but they don't know how to live together, which makes Phyllis giggle. They make a formidable duo. Billy informs Sally at his residence that he and his mother failed one another. He always feels unworthy around Victor, but this time they both went too far. He has a wonderful life, therefore he won't think about it. That is what he will concentrate on. Sally inquires as to Dumas's investment intentions. Billy claims that he assured him that he would monitor the situation and that he could reach him at any time if he needed anything. It was pleasant. Sally queries why he hadn't brought it up before. All this stuff with Phyllis and everything else, shrugs Billy. Sally is delighted for him. He will achieve great success. She is Billy's strongest supporter, and he appreciates that. Go team, screams Sally. But Sally has one question: why is Dumas blowing up his phone after hours if he was only being courteous? Billy says he doesn't know. Try again, Sally advises. Perhaps he has an offer for him, Billy shrugs. Sally believes it must be something significant and entirely in his favor rather than Billy's. Nobody sacrificed themselves to become a billionaire. Billy swoons about her protecting him. He enjoys it. Sally believes that he shouldn't put his trust in Dumas. She is the one person Billy has faith in. But we don't always have to talk, you know, he says, thanking her for discussing this. They share a kiss. Lily sends Victor's horrible information about Damian. Lily questions why Winters would even be on Dumas' radar at the ranch. Victor claims to have given Damian Kane information about her and her brother. Given that they contacted him unexpectedly, Lily believes that makes sense. With the exception that Dumas forwarded this information to Damian Kane 3 months ago, Victor states. At their meeting at Crimson Lights, Lily informs Devon that he has received word from Nate. He and Damian are en route back with Amy after her successful first treatment. Lily tells her brother that they were right to be cautious of Damian and expresses relief at this news. You can't trust him. She informs Devon that Damian was aware of them prior to his arrival in the city. He was acting as though he had no knowledge of either Winters or them. Months before he arrived in town, Dumas provided him with information. Victor told me just now. Devon assumes it implies he was also aware of his relationship to Amy's illness and Nate's. Lily is unsure. The entire situation is quite dubious and dishonest. Devon claims that Nate's brother seems to have been playing both him and them the entire time. Phyllis tells Sharon, aren't we making the rounds at society? They raise their cocktails and toast. They don't have to make this happen, Sharon informs her. After telling her she's fine, Phyllis inquires, have you been able to sleep? Without nightmares, that is. Sharon hasn't. Phyllis hasn't either, I still feel terrorized. Like shattered glass of images, she can't stop seeing what happened to them. She only has dreams about the feelings she experienced in the clinic. What stands out is the time she wasted and the things she didn't tell her children. Sharon knows. Phyllis feels better because of that. She doesn't feel alone, but she wouldn't wish this on her greatest enemy. According to Sharon, it's like going over all of your previous errors as though they were all contributing factors to that particular moment. Phyllis gives a nod. It's simple to live your life without having to deal with anything. I feel stuck, even though we survived. Sharon reminds her that they must move on and that they must be together, just like they were in the clinic. Phyllis questions how they'll manage. We could always try couples therapy, jokes Sharon. They drink and clink their glasses once more. Phyllis concludes that she can no longer devote that much of her mental faculties to hatred. Does she mean toward her? Wonders Sharon. Phyllis detests the fact that the insane person who locked them up will believe they were at this moment. She wonders if Sharon is prepared to stop harboring hatred as well. Yes, Sharon replies. She wishes to move on from it. Phyllis inquires as to how they approach it. Sharon believes they will work things out as they go. Baby steps, they concur, and raise their glasses once more. In his robe, he exits the bedroom at Billy's house and grabs his phone. Hey, how are you doing? He asks over the phone. I simply wanted to give you a call back. He tells the individual, who is most likely Dumas, that everything is ready for the launch. As for the quid pro quo that we talked about, if you have the quo, I have the quid.